Are you looking for something new and different in the way of a planter, either for your home, inside the kitchen, or in the garden? You're gonna see it today, and you can get it for peanuts. Hello, my friends. Well, it seems to have been a stripy kind of a week, or maybe two. W must have been into quite a bit of stripes there for a while, because this is another Deb shirt, and I'll just show it to you. Long sleeves, and I've tied it at the waist. I have it on with my white cutoffs and a white t-shirt, and we're going to be in the garden today because I have lots to show you. So I picked out one of my hats that also has some stripes on it. But first, I have to go to Lowe's or Walmart and pick up some more herbs because you have something very exciting to show you today. And believe it or not, I found it at the Dollar Tree. Last week, Moosey needed some highlighters and a stapler. And I, for the life of me, can't find my stapler. I've looked everywhere for it, and I thought, you know what? For a couple of bucks, it's not worth the hunt. So I'll go to Dollar Tree and pick up a stapler. Well, I went to Dollar Tree, asked the gal where are the staplers. She said, aisle 2 down there. So down I went, and I found absolutely everything in the stationery department, but no stapler. However, it was one of those days again where I just kept finding all sorts of wonderful things, but the most wonderful thing were these stackable planters that I have to show you. I've never seen anything like it before. And I know a lot of you who don't have big gardens would like to maybe grow some herbs inside or something. And this would be perfect for it, but also great for the garden. Now, Moosey is trying to get his hands on them too, because he wants to put some little sweet williams and little marigolds and things in them too. I think they'd be fabulous for succulents. And you're trying to imagine what it's like right now, and you'll have to wait because I'm off. Now, I did want to tell you that we had quite a day yesterday. As you know, Moosey is in the throes of having teeth pulled and getting new dentures, so he'll be able to smile without those spaces there pretty soon. Well, not pretty soon, because it takes a while. We're going to one of those university dental schools, which has been wonderful, very eye-opening, but it takes a long, long time because third year and fourth year students work on the patients, and the cost when you have no dental insurance like we don't, the difference between going to a dentist and getting teeth pulled and getting dentures is astronomical. Here he is getting 2 teeth pulled by 2 beautiful ladies. So yesterday at the dentist, they presented us with a plan. As it turned out, he was prepared to have some teeth pulled. So we had 2 teeth pulled. These 2 wonderful gals, one in her 3rd year, one in her 4th year of dental school, worked on him. I did take a picture where he wasn't even peeking. I'm going to try and buy some new herbs to be able to come back and do some planting in the garden. So I'm ready to hop in the car and be on my way. It's still only 10:30 in the morning, and I like to get a head start on these hot days. Now, I know I would need some energy to be able to do my food shopping and my herb and flower shopping, and so I stopped at Carl's Jr. and I got some, are you ready, ladies? Jalapeno Poppers. Now, as you know, I have a stomach like my mom. I love the spicy stuff. And I'm going to sit here in my shady little place outside of Carl's with my Diet Coke and my jalapeno poppers dipped in ranch. And I'm going to have a little siesta. It's not a siesta. It's just a fun little respite. Let's call it that. Now, I know you might think this is funny, but to me, getting out just for a little while to have fun and be in a garden shop and pick out some herbs and flowers, to me, is an outing, and it's part of what I look forward to each week. We live a pretty simple life, and I know it sounds funny, but I gotta get out. And this is part of it. So I'm gonna sit here and I'm going to just enjoy my jalapeno poppers. I haven't had breakfast yet. I know it sounds like a funny thing to have for breakfast, but it's almost noon, so it can count as my lunch. I think I'll film a little when we get to the garden shop. Good morning. My intention yesterday was to come right home after all that flower and herb and food shopping and fairy garden little goodies. I had intended to come right home and start planting and show you these wonderful planters. However, since I was out between the times of 12 and 3:30, I almost did myself in. I honestly did. The heat was horrendous. I was pushing myself for that last stop of finding enough herbs to be able to plant, and I could hardly make it back to the car. I know it was a no-no. I pushed myself. I could feel myself overheating. So I got in the car, put the air on as high as I could, drove home, and Moosey made the call to Brendan to come down, totally unload the car, put all my food away, and water all the new flowers that I got. So here I am, bright and chipper. And by the way, I did pop right on the bed and relax, and we didn't eat for another hour and a half, and everything was fine. Now, I am so excited to show you these new planters. And I picked them up at the Dollar Tree. The day before yesterday, I intended to stop in the Dollar Tree to buy a stapler for Moosey. Didn't find the stapler, as I told you, and found a few other things. Well, look at this. Isn't this something strange? Have you seen anything like this? Now, these sold for $1.25. They have a smaller version, exactly the same, only smaller. I have it over there ready to go with some herbs. And those, you get two for $1.25. I am so excited because I thought they were so unusual for planting small flowers or especially herbs. And I didn't even realize what the real function of these things were. They are stackable. Do you see these little cutouts under here? Well, you put one on top of another and they fit right in, and look what you have. Is this something? You have a planter that's stackable. Now you can even put a third on top of these and you can get the most charming effect. Now you can use this for anything. I love the idea of actually herbs mostly, or perhaps succulents, or some small flower. And especially for those of you who don't have big gardens, you just have a small patio or a balcony, or perhaps want to just keep them in the kitchen, this is wonderful. Now you do have to poke holes for drainage in the bottom, and I think these are so exciting. And so I'm going to plant this morning, and I want to get on with it before the heat comes out, because I read a couple of things about how to spend your day when you don't have all the energy left in the world. And one of them was planning your day the night before. And I definitely planned to get out here at 9 or 9:30 in the morning, which it is, by the way, and we are going to start some planting out there. Now I've decided to do my planting in here in the patio because it's very, very humid out there. And I just can't stand out there it's not so much, the sun isn't out, but the humidity is extremely unusual for California. Now, Jose is here and he's using the blower, so I'm hoping to find myself not in a blower stage right now. So here we go. Now what I've done is I've filled up two of these pots with dirt, with my soil, regular potting soil, and I've put in some of my granules, and as you can see, these things are making everything grow beautifully. look what it is. You can see the granules, and it's the shake and feed all-purpose plant food. And these, I just rely on this. It's so easy to feed. It has grown my jasmine like crazy. The jasmine is coming up. So I'm going to start now. Some of the plants I've decided to do herbs. And I might give this to Colleen because tomorrow is her birthday. And I think she would love some of these. Now, some of these are unusual herbs. This one is a Thai basil. It has a very different taste than the regular basil. And I'm saving these two basils, probably won't put them in because they grow big. I use basil all the time, but I'm anxious to try this. It's a different taste, and I love the look of it. It's got a little purple flower on it too. The other thing that I have planted, which is kind of tiny leaf, is some mint here. Now I know mint goes crazy, but we can always use mint for various meals. I'm going to plant that in here. I have some rosemary right here. Now I have plenty of rosemary, but it's fun for Colleen. And one that I have that I love, and I hope I can find one more for me. This one is a lemon thyme. Look how cute those little tiny leaves are. And the smell is glorious. I did have a lemon balm plant there, but I think it died when we took down the jasmine. It was 10 years old and dying. But the lemon thyme has such a great strong smell, and I love the fluffiness of it, so I'm gonna put that in. I also have over here some cilantro, and we're constantly using cilantro in our Mexican meals. And since these are the more fluffy ones, or the larger ones, I will probably put this on top, and then they can sort of fall down over the sides. Over here, I have regular thyme, rosemary, and this particular one is just regular mint. So I've got two of them going. These are my smaller ones, which I will put on the bottom. So they're ready to go in. I've already put my dirt in, which I will show you, halfway up. And I've also put the I've also put my feed in here, which I'll show you again. Put a little more in each one. So we're ready to plant, and then after they're in, I'll put the rest of them up. They should come in. Now they've been soaking overnight in water, so they're nice and wet and moist and ready to go in. I'm glad that the roots are not too overgrown here, so we're putting this one in. So that's the rosemary. This one is the mint. I'm anxious to see how this will grow. This one is a little bit bigger, but I want to keep my plant markers in too. So this is the mint. I want to make sure this goes in. And this one is the regular thyme. I'm going to put that in here. Now I do have oregano already growing in my garden, but I couldn't find oregano when I went down there. So this is ready, all ready now to be able to put more dirt in, and voila. Have a little pail of that right here. And I'm just gonna fill it all in as best I can. So this is an easy project for you people. Now you would probably want to put some sort of if you could buy one of those clay big pots to put on the bottom, I think that might be a good idea, because I have punched holes in the bottom, and those, by the way, were very easy to do with the scissors. Some of those things are hard to do. Now automatically the dirt does get into the middle of these pots, but that's okay. Now as soon as I get all the dirt in, I'm going to push it down, and I finished one. My rosemary's ready to go. Oh, my mint and my thyme. There we go. One down, one to go. Now, as I told you, these are fluffier, and I hope when I get it on top here, those will go down. Or maybe do you think I should put the fluffy one on the bottom? I don't know. Let's see. Okay, here goes my tie. I can't wait to use that in my cooking. I'll have to see what I can do with it. This is the lemon thyme. Love it. Very intoxicating, these smells. I love herbs. Do you cook with a lot of herbs? You don't have to make fancy meals to use your herbs. And the herbs are always so fun to use. And here we have our cilantro. You know, cilantro is one of those ones that doesn't last too awfully long in planting. I don't know what the secret is. I suppose the secret is maybe to use it up fast. So that's maybe what we'll try and do. Okay. Now, can you see the way the lemon thyme kind of falls over? I guess I will experiment. Now, I'll put this here on top and we'll see. I think the larger one, I'm going to put the larger one on top. I think I've come to that conclusion. Okay, now I'm going to fill up the dirt and then I'll show you the final project. Here is my finished project. Now, I must admit, I think the lemon thyme is a bit overbearing, but look at this as I turn it around. Look at it from the top. I have 6 different herbs in here. Look at this, is fantastic. It's not too big. Here's my finished double-decker planter. Is this cute or what? All my different herbs. I'm gonna give it a little more water. Love it. I think the lemon balm is a bit overbearing on it, but it's so cute and so different. Love it. And I think this is going to be Colleen's birthday present. So cute. Wonderful herbs for indoors or outdoors. Now I do have all my cute little succulents, colorful ones, and I picked up 6 of them yesterday, especially these cactus, which I got for 50 cents each on the clearance rack in the Walmart Garden Center because they look dried out, but once I watered them last night, they're perfect. And a lot of them are flowering cactus, which really are cute. And I think this might be a project for some of the smaller ones. Now I have a couple of these. Maybe I'll try this next time. So if you like these, pop over to Dollar Tree and get yourself some big ones or small ones. Very easy to do the holes in the bottom. You just use a little scissors or you have to poke the holes in the bottom, put the plants in, and watch them grow. I do have some cute little succulents, don't I? We'll talk about my fairy garden using succulents and little things that I've bought at Hobby Lobby and Dollar Tree. Also a very fun gardening project. I'm so excited about our coming plans for the weekend, and you know, that's one of the things that they claim keeps you young at heart is having something to look forward to and seeing family or friends on little visits. We still need our alone time, our rest time, but just getting out to see other people is definitely something that keeps us going. I just have to remember to bring my wok. I have this big giant wok that Bonnie wants me to bring down for our Filipino pancit video that we're making, and Bonnie will be actually at the helm of the wok. So it's going to be a great weekend. Mikey and Sabrina and the kids are coming up, and of course Billy and Bonnie will be there. So we have a wonderful day Saturday, and then of course, you know, Sunday is sibling night up at Colleen's, and we are going to be up there for a little while for a photo with the whole family. You know, sometimes it's difficult to get all six together with Billy in Idaho, but it's going to be a great one. Thanks so much for loving our videos and for binging and for subscribing. Those of you who are a bit younger than we are, we have our wonderful 65 and older subscribers and family who have been with us for so long. And now we seem to be getting some of you youngins coming in there. I would urge all of you to read the comments, because some of the comments are amazing. A lot of you women are sharing your experiences with all these topics. And, you know, they say that the elderly do have some they do have some wisdom to give to everyone else. And when I was younger, I was one of those people that loved listening to older women. I found them fascinating. So thanks so much for watching and binging. We love you all, and stay tuned for the next video. It's going to be a big cooking family weekend. I love you. Bye for now, and God bless us all.